Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're heading over to the Philippines for some brutal death metal in the form of Pus Vomit and their 2009 record, Degrade the Worthless. Absolute banger of an album. Just over half hour long, and by just over I mean literally like a few seconds. Just over. So this has got 10 tracks, so you're looking at about 3 minutes a song. So snobby prog nonsense, but good stuff all the same. Oh yes. Now it's got the usual opening sample on there that you've had a bunch of other people use, the old "She Died a Virgin" speech by Albert Fish, and the song is called "She Died a Virgin," which I'm pretty sure I've got a bunch of records of songs like that. Like one that comes to mind, Divine Passions. They got a song called that as well. Mad, but you know, all that fanciness. We've got all the cheers, thanks, and fuck offs going on here. Loads of them. Yeah, they didn't want to forget anybody. We've got a whole bunch of people to thank for this bad boy. It's only 3 of the bastards there. So, yeah, good fun as far as that goes. But, yeah, no lyrics because it doesn't need them. You know, you got the, it's the classic sort of inhaled guttural come pig squeal sort of thing going on. So, very much like the early works of Human Mastication, you know, like Driven to Kill, that sort of era. Maybe like Terradrome's what was that album called? The Vehement Convulsions, and you know, Devourments, Molesting the Decapitated. Maybe a little bit of those Dying Fetus demos. More Babes in Entrails than the one that came out afterwards. What was that? Infatuation with Malevolence. I'm doing my best to try and remember titles of things. You may have noticed. I'm doing alright, but if you like those records, then I don't see why this wouldn't sit quite nicely alongside them on the shelf. Like I say, you've got some nice stuff going on. So it's got that little bit of technicalness to it. It's got some groove. It's got some slammy bits and whatnot. But it never feels like it's being trendy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that, you know, but it's what it is. But yeah, this was put out by Bergado Records. So nice one, Bergado Records. You put out an absolute belter. You got there's the old tracks there, and a little bit more artwork going on. Very fancy stuff. Don't know who did the artwork, but it looks like that sort of Mike Majewski era that everyone was going for at the time. It was like Mark Riddick as well, maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, who did the cover artwork by Mike Majewski? Yeah, makes absolute sense. So there you go. And yeah, if you like the technical stuff and when I say technical as well, I mean more sort of down that lower end of the neck, you know, that sort of disgorge kind of sort of technical sort of level. But actually, maybe not that technical. More, if you like old Vulvectomy as well, you know, like old what was that record called? Supreme Entity. If you like stuff like that as well, definitely rings a bell on this record, 100%. Definitely get a flashback to that. So you're in pretty good company if you're into that sort of stuff. But yeah, Degrade the Worthless by Pus Vomit. I'm over in the Philippines. I dig it. There's no bass on the record, unfortunately, so it's just you know, sort of mid-scooped guitar with the drums. The drums are the standout for me, like really, really cool drumming. What could have been just like normal slam riffs got turned into quite groovy ones with like different drumming variations for same riffs and stuff like that. So really, really cool there. So it definitely doesn't get boring at any point, and because a lot of people like bands like Prostitute Disfigurement. Now I love Prostitute Disfigurement, but I can see why a lot of people think that they're a bit boring because their drums are, on those earlier records anyway, very sort of blocky. But I love that. You know, same with Vulvectomy, you could say, but not Vulvectomy. Sorry, I said Vulvectomy, didn't I? As well. Vomit Remnants. That's who I mean. Yeah, their album Supreme Entity. Got there in the end. I managed to remind myself. It's all good. But yeah, so very sort of, so lacks a little bit of low end, but definitely doesn't lack the kick in the teeth that you want from this sort of record. So definitely one to pick up, one to peck up. Back, you know, go and get my words properly. So that's it from me today. Support the underground in your local record store. Check the description box below so you can pick up your copy of Grindslime Magazine by yours truly. And you can find me over at Instagram at GrindslimeTV. Until then, latest taters.